Hi, everybody. Well. For all the people them who was busy cursing me out in 2024, I'm obedient. Yeah, me follow instructions. I'm listening very keenly to what you all have been encouraging me to do. So this is my podcast. So today is the first episode of Tough Talks with Lats. And I decided that I was going to name it that particular topic because I want to have some conversations that the average person is not having. I want to talk about some issues that the average person finds to be taboo and that the average person feels, boy, when I really want to touch that, me want to touch it. And the mere fact that, having been a journalist in the past, it sets the stage for me to be willing to have this kind of open and very honest discussion. So the first episode is going to be focusing on fear. Why fear? It took long to do the podcast. And the reason why it took a long time to do the podcast was because if I should be very honest with you, I was harboring a lot of feelings of fearfulness. Fearfulness that it is not going to come off good. Fearfulness that other people are out there doing it. Fearfulness that, boy, I am a professional that works in a serious communication workspace. And just a whole bunch of things floating around in my mind. Sometimes when I look at the persons who are doing well in the social space, it is not necessarily people who are like me. So to be very honest, there was a lot of fear. And with that fear came self-sabotage. So let's talk about self-sabotage a little bit now. You know what self-sabotage is? You knowing you have the capability, you knowing you have the capacity, you knowing you have the natural gifts and the natural talents to accomplish the particular thing that you have set out to accomplish. So what you start doing is, you start playing some games in your mind and you start saying to yourself, boy, other people doing it and I don't think I should do it. Or you start saying it to yourself that I don't think I'm going to do well at it. Me not going to look good on camera. Me not go this, me not go that. Or you begin to envision in your own mind the things that you think people are going to say. People are going to say, you're too enough. Me see you everywhere. Me see you do everything. Me see you involved in everything. You can't leave something for somebody else. And so there's a battle that begins to take place in your mind. And that sets the stage for what we call self-sabotage. So you begin to set yourself backwards. You begin to procrastinate. You begin to put off those things that you should do. You begin this delay thing. And then the delay becomes, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Then the delay becomes, all right, I'm going to do it next month. Then the delay becomes, all right, I'm going to do it another time. And then it continues on and on until no do. Or sometimes like me, you brave up and you do one episode because you want to feel out the people them. And then after you do the one episode and you see few people giving you a good review, you say, yes, all right, I'm going to do it. And then comes procrastination again. And then comes self-sabotage again. And then you end up not doing what you're supposed to do. It is 2025. A lot of us have dreams, aspirations, goals, visions, and things that we need to accomplish. But we're too concerned about what people think. We're too concerned about how people are going to see us. Image becomes a concern for us in a space where it should not have any element or any factor of influence in our mind. So you know what we start doing now? We start listening to what people say about us. We start even creating situations that are not real. Because truth is, whoever come to you can tell you say you can't do what you say you want to do. Not a soul. It all began right here in your mind. And so, for me, this self-sabotage situation is something that we have to pay very keen attention to. There are many dreams and aspirations that we have, and we've laid them out on the table. We want to do different things with ourselves. We want to take a chance. We want to take a leap of faith. But fear sets in, and this fear now begins to tell us, boy, you can't do it. This fear begins to tell you, boy, if you do it, you're going to fail. I have tried so many different things as a professional. I've tried selling clothes. That not work. Fear make me decide, say, Lord Jesus, other people are do it. It now go work out for me. So guess what I do? I start give away clothes them. Madness, don't it? Then I find a situation where I start advertising now. I'm good at speaking. So I start advertising, me look a PR business. Then all of a sudden in the back of my head, you're not going to get any clients. Nobody now go. Other people out there are doing it for free. Other people doing a good job. There are more people that are more popular and well placed than you. And so Satan start put all kind of sitting in my head for me feel like this is not for you. This is not for me. Yet there is a large crowd in the background cheering me on. Can you imagine that? A large crowd in the background cheering you on, saying to you, "My sister, you have the gift. My sister, you have the talent. Me know so you can do it. Why are you not doing it?" And so, dealing with self-sabotage is very important. How are we going to deal with self-sabotage? We have to begin to now look at where we are. That is the first thing. We begin self-analysis. We begin to break down the element of fear. Work out in our minds, why am I afraid in the first place? What is it that I am afraid of? There is absolutely nothing wrong with failure. Failure is actually the stepping stone that creates the platform for us to eventually become successful. Because when you fail, you now begin to do your self-assessment. You now begin to look at what you didn't do well, how you could have done it differently. And then you take the necessary steps to ensure that this time when I do it, it's going to be done well, and I'm going to do it how it is supposed to do. So, it's 2025. It's not time for fear. It's not time for self-sabotage. People out there with far less experience than you, people out there with far less talent than you, people out there with far less gifts, far less credibility. Can you imagine that word there? Far less credibility than you are out there getting the attention of the public, making strides in business, making strides in their lives, pushing, earning, making millions of dollars, and you sit down in a one little corner, me sit down in a one little corner, by myself, I said to myself, say, it can't do, I know we not go do it, and my granny did say, and my grandfather did say, now it's time to shake those things off. It is the season for us to walk into our fullness. It is the season for us to walk into those things that will help us to become more impactful and more effective. So this is my very first show. And this is what I want to talk about, self-sabotage. I want you, going forward in 2025, to take a chance with yourself. I want you to take risks. I want you to shut out the noise that is in your ears. Because all the noise in our ears, you know. Some of us have trauma from the past that we need to deal with. And those traumas have set limitations on us. And they have caused us to feel that we are incapable. We are at the place now where we have to begin to look at ourselves very honestly and say, I am able, I am capable, I can do this, I've got this. And guess what? It's only going to reap success. So, this is your first episode. Other wonderful ones are to come. We're going to talk about some real heavy stuff. We're going to talk about some real tough topics, as I said before, but just issues that need to be addressed, things that need to be spoken about, things that, need to be clarified in this space. And as an individual, especially in my age group, shed a light and wisdom on certain things that I believe a very large area of the populace does not understand. So, welcome, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in episode 2 of Tough Talks with Lats. Ciao.